I should probably be in prison right now. I don't know how I'm still standing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's illegal. They will throw you in prison and
It's
fine you.
illegal.
Yeah, it's illegal. Even telling someone I don't think you should have an abortion is illegal.
Really?
It's illegal to try and convince someone, like without using force, just telling them I don't think this is okay. It's illegal. Someone post a reel like, "Oh, I'm pro-life because God loves everyone," and I'm like, okay, true, but why do they care?
What's going on? This is just Ashley Keaton. We're to help you get blessed, confess, finesse, and enjoy the process in the name of Jesus. Guys, if you could like the video, it really helps out with the algorithm, and also subscribe if you're feeling it. Hit the bell notification, get notified every time we go live. We try to go live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So lock in with us today. Gonna have a conversation with pro-life Frenchie, pro-life feminist. It's not always the most common way you hear a pro-life person describe themselves, but it's very interesting. Your name is Louise,
Yeah.
and you do pro-life content. I don't know if there's like, oh, you're you are a pro-life feminist, right?
Yep.
So I guess the first thing is like, why do you pick the term pro-life feminist to describe yourself? Because obviously, like it's a big debate on,
Yeah.
feminist, what does it mean? And people, um, obviously the left seems like they have like, or extreme feminists have probably like destroyed the maybe what the word was meant to mean. I don't know. What are your takes on all that?
Well, well, first of all, I think that the major flaw in the conservative movement is that they don't actually understand what feminism is, and so they'll just bash it and say, "Oh, I'm not a feminist," while they actually are. And on the contrary, the left claims to be these big feminists, but they actually aren't um, at all, right? So I call myself like a pro-life feminist because, to me, right, valuing children, preborn girls and preborn boys in the womb, and valuing women enough to not turn their wombs into a war zone is very much feminism.
Mm, yeah. So like just as far as like the simple um idea of feminism, like because like when someone hears you say, "Oh, I'm a feminist," they're probably gonna, which is why I like the fact that you say pro-life feminist, because it doesn't make you think of the way that I guess extremists use the word feminism now. I see people in the red pill community. They'll be like, I see those T-shirts that say masculinist,
Yeah,
and they'll preach heavy against feminism. So I'm like, that's kind of like, you know,
yeah,
what's the word? I guess just contradictory. It's a different word I'm looking for, but
mm, yeah,
to for them to champion the word masculinist, and then they're like, wait a minute, we're against feminism. So how would you like describe the word um feminism?
um I guess that just like at its core, a lot of people believe that it's equal rights, but I don't actually know if equal rights are even possible in between men and women just because of how different we are, right? Like um, you can't have equal rights in between, like for example, a child and an adult, but they can have equal value. Like one of them isn't inferior, and I guess that that's just what it means, like equal value in between men and women, even though um, there are certain rights that can be shared, but like this whole concept of like modern feminism just kind of lets go of the equal value thing and only focuses on what we can do and what we can't do, and I think that that's really a flaw.
Mm, yeah, I agree. I think, you know, I don't know if you've ever seen like the Fresh and Fit podcast or whatever, or any of these like red pill spaces, which is what I would say is the opposite of extreme feminists.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, what? You're not helping men or women by
The,
being so extreme on this. But yeah.
I don't know if they mean to do it, but the whole like men are equal to women, so therefore like they have to share spaces, and men can be women and women can be men and men can have babies, and it's just like they don't realize it, but it's very degrading at its core. Just because men and women have the same value doesn't mean that they are the same thing. So
Mm, yeah. And I like that you said the same value, right? And
mm,
I definitely agree. That's the one thing I have a problem with. Like a lot of these red pill spaces, it's like
yeah,
I think, and I know we're not like going so into red pill, but it's just the way that they push this idea to say that it's like I know that women and men aren't the same, but when
yeah,
they say men and women aren't equal, it's like, yo, you know what people are gonna think when you say that. They're thinking, are you saying that women have less value? And they're talking about in the economy. But it's
yeah,
like women and men, even biblically, if you really look into it, have different positions, but they're equal in value. So I
yeah.
don't know if you see it the same. You said the word value, so I was assuming that.
I do, and I think that that's like such a big problem. Like on our side, I mean, I don't consider myself on the same side as them at all, but I think that there are some people out there that genuinely do think that like women are just inferior, like on all the levels, and then it just becomes like the face of conservatives when the majority actually doesn't believe that. Like you have these individuals, I guess the left will try to like make them the face of the conservative movement, like thinking that all conservatives believe that women
Right.
are sorry, inferior and don't deserve as many rights or all that stuff. When it's just not true. I mean, like most people believe that men and women are different, have equal value, but they just aren't the same, and that's okay. Like to me, anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And I appreciate anybody that can just be sensible,
Mm,
just some common sense type of stuff, you know.
yeah,
The fact that we have to study into it so much just to give everybody an answer that should have been simple in the first place. It's like, wait a minute, yeah, it's wrong to um take lives.
mm,
So it makes sense that taking the life of a baby inside the stomach is bad. It should just be common sense, but it's like we've
yeah.
gone to a place where it's like you're the evil one for trying to save the baby's life. They actually say, "No, you hate the woman." It's like I never even we never even put that out there. Like, where did that even come from? We hate the woman? Like, it's just crazy.
I think that maybe recently feminism has kind of become too synonymous with just incomplete freedom, right? But I mean, having the freedom to like exploit yourself and sell yourself and kill your children, like that's not liberating. That's just oppression redistributed. Like some left-wing feminists believe that they are pulling the strings, but there's like, big corporates and other people are actually pushing them into these decisions that they think that they are making. So, I mean, feminism was never
Mm.
supposed to be about being able to do whatever you want with yourself and other people. There was a dignity originally to it.
So, like, do you look at Lila Rose and Kristen Hawkins and stuff like that? Do you have any like people that like inspire you to kind of do what you do at all?
Um, yeah, but not big um pro-life influencers, right? Like I've been in this movement since I was like what 13 years old. So I mean it's been like a solid 5 years. So
13
like
years. Wow.
yeah,
13 years old. Sorry. Yeah.
yeah, 13 years old. And I started off with absolutely nothing, right? So I had to learn to like look forward to like other people like me who started off with nothing. And then I guess that as I grew, I didn't really realize that I grew, so I just kept like mostly following like small pro-life pages and I don't know, I was never able to just make the switch to like those big, like live action and Students for Life and all that. Like I was just never able to like, I mean, partly because I'm in France, so it's hard to like integrate yourself into an American movement if you're like not in America. But I don't know, it just always felt like more genuine if I was talking to like, pro-lifers who don't necessarily make money or like fame or stuff from it, if that makes sense.
Mm. So your goal is to kind of build up your platform now, or are you just trying to speak about it, or are you like trying to like really make this kind of a part of a movement? I guess how are you trying to take what you do into the future? Like, what are your plans on that?
Yeah. I would definitely like to be more involved. I guess that my involvement is just kind of limited, like being like a minor and in France and all that stuff. But if I ever like move to America, I'll definitely be getting like a lot more involved. It's hard to involve yourself here in France. I don't particularly like the pro-life movement here in France. But yeah, I guess I'll just see where the wind takes me with all this.
Yeah, you may be the first big thing in France, to really push that pro. It's probably gonna be I don't know how different it is from there from here. I feel like we have like a bunch of heavy voices like, yo, what?
Yeah, yeah. Here I'd get like crucified. So
It's like extreme pro-choice.
yeah, it's like I've never met anyone here who's pro-life except for like my parents who were in America with me. So like genuinely, I've never met a single pro-lifer on my own. Like I've met them through like pro-life pages, but like just like conversation to conversation, like never. 98% of France supports like abortion. Like you tell them that you don't, and they look at you. They're like, what? That exists? Like they don't even know that it's possible to be against it. It's like,
Wow.
yeah, it's there's no future for this country. Genuinely though, like
So they look at you like you crazy.
yeah. In America they look at you like you're a fascist, but here they just look at you like you need to be on meds.
Wow. Whoa. So you're one of the loonies that wants to look at a
Yeah,
preborn baby like a full-grown human. So that's
yeah,
how
that's
they
me. That's me. I need to be
goodness.
locked up. I
That's
don't even
crazy. It's
know.
like
I I genuinely don't even know how I got into college with all of this like social media stuff I'm doing. Like I got my acceptance and I was like, wow, they must have not checked because like there's no way.
man,
Weird.
that's why like I really be thinking like when I say stuff pro-life or whatever,
Mm,
it's like I mean, obviously it's different because at least I have some people like around. I know it's like at least 3 people in every room that's
yeah.
gonna agree with me.
Mm,
Because I take it back to if it's some Christians, I'll be like as I had one person on the podcast, and it was kind of a Trump and Kamala conversation,
okay, yeah.
and this man said Trump didn't even say if he was gonna veto the bill for abortion. I was like, aren't you a Christian?
Mm,
I said, I said, what? Why is that something you're worried about?
mm,
I mean, we could debate it, but I'm just like, you as a Christian, you sound like you mad that he wants to save babies' lives. Like I'm so
mm,
confused.
mm.
But
It's weird. Weird stuff.
it's like it's really spoken of like it's just yeah, it's just
Yeah.
normal. So
Mm,
y'all really don't one and I have I'm gonna go more into a few more things I want to go over with you, but um there's just one way that I look at this. Like pro-lifers from most pro-lifers that I see
mm,
are concerned with the mother and the
yeah.
preborn baby, but they try to spin it on us and say you only care about the baby, you don't care about the mother. But that's
Yeah.
exactly what you're doing. These people are doing. They don't care anything about the baby and they only care about the mother, which is really not even
Yeah.
The best thing for the mother.
Mhm.
So it's very strange. Have you ever been in like a, one of those pro-life protests or at the Planned Parenthood protests or anything like that?
Here in France, even showing up in front of
Oh
a
yeah, you can't.
is illegal. It's illegal. They will throw you in prison and fine
It's
you.
illegal.
Yeah, it's illegal. Even telling someone I don't think you should have an abortion is illegal.
Really?
It's illegal to try and convince someone, like without using force, just telling them I don't think this is okay. It's illegal here.
So they
So
don't say anything on dealing with your social media page, or they
I
just you
don't
just
know how I've done
wonder.
it for so long. Like I'm being honest, I should probably be in prison right now. I don't know how I'm still standing.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Man, people have got to at least see. Well, no, they just think you're crazy. But I mean, come on, bro. Like she's over here trying to save babies' lives, risking, her life, her future.
Mm.
Man,
Hopefully I'll be able to, graduate without getting thrown in jail. That's my goal.
I don't care what religion you are. At this point, if you're an atheist, God got a place for you up there. Because
Yeah.
you doing the Lord's work, whether you believe in God or not. I mean, how many of us could say that we would do that?
I think that more than you think would do. I've met some very, very passionate people about this. So proudly so, but
I guess a good question is like, how did this become such a big passion for you? Like, what was maybe there was like a moment, or just like it just kind of grew on you over time? Like, how did this happen? You say you started thinking about this when you were 13 years old.
yeah.
So how was that?
Actually, a little bit earlier, I guess like around 11. Yeah, no, I was wrong. 13, I was in France. I started doing stuff in America, so like 11.
Hmm.
And I have absolutely no idea when I started being pro life. Like, I know that it's like better to have, like, oh yeah, I saw this or I heard this or something. Absolutely not. If you asked me, like, I could not tell you when I became pro life or why. I know that around that age I started becoming religious, and maybe just like being pro life just slowly started to grow on me as I became more religious. I'm not sure why. I don't remember it. But I know that like the more that I like talked to people about it and the more educated I got on it, the more passionate I became. So I'd say it like grew on me over time. Definitely.
Mm. You said you were an atheist
I was an atheist
at one point. How old were you when you like,
when I became
or
Catholic.
like, what's that whole process of you being an
Yeah.
atheist and then whatever happened after?
Well, my sister had an accident. We were atheists, and my sister had an accident. She spilled really hot coffee on herself, and she was really little, so it like completely burned off her chest. And my mom, like in her like morning, I mean, she's fine now, which is kind of a miracle because it was a very severe burn. But like, I guess in her morning, she just kind of like stumbled the whole family into religion. And I was depressed and stuff at the time. And I guess that I just found so much comfort in it that I just like it just became a really important part of my life without even meaning it to. Because it wasn't my decision, it was my mom's. But I just like, I just like coming home for the first time and then you just don't want to leave it. So
How is your sister now?
it's like nothing happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like nothing happened. She's like
Mm.
fine.
Sound like God to me. That's a blessing. You have a
Mhm.
belief in God and a relationship with God, but you don't use like Bible to discuss things with, like, how do you go about having discussion? Is it just like online stuff, I guess?
And like even like in real life, you will never catch me bringing up religion with a pro-choicer unless if they bring it up first. And not because I don't think that religion has a part to play, right? Like I'd love to be yeah, God saved my life, God has a future for you, he has a future for your children. But it's like to me, if a Muslim came up to me and said, "You can't do this because I'm Muslim and to me that's wrong," I have no problem with Muslims or anything like that, but I would laugh in their face. I'd be like, "What gives you the right to come here and tell me what to do based off of your religion that I don't even believe in?" Right? So I know that like Jesus Christ is Lord, and I know that my religion or like Christianity is the truth, but converting people, it's just not my job. It's God's job. God converted me, God converts people. I'm not going to go around forcing people into a religion, because if I do, their faith, it's not going to be real. And you don't have to be Christian to believe that killing human beings is wrong. I mean, to me, it's like science tells me that abortion is murder, but religion tells me that murder is unethical, right? But I don't need religion to tell me that that is a human being in the womb that you are butchering. Like that's just, I mean, information that you can find. You don't, the Bible doesn't tell you that. So you have to really be willing to meet people where they're at, like in debate wise. If they talk about philosophy, I will. If they talk about like biology, I will. They want to have a debate with you. They don't want a lecture on religion. So it's just not very productive to bring up religion if they're not religious or willing to hear about it.
Mm, yeah. And if the Bible is true, science and things like that and biology should back it up. And it seems like it does. So it's like, that's why I'm like, if somebody doesn't believe in the Bible, it's like, okay, well, if the Bible's true,
Mm,
I can talk to you from any angle
yeah.
because these other angles add up to the Bible. So by faith, you should believe what I'm believing. So that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So you don't have all these circular arguments. You should believe this because it's wrong. Well, how do you know it's wrong? Because the Bible says so. And then they tune you out, and then you don't get anywhere. And then
Yeah.
you don't save the babies' lives. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like the goal is more important than me wanting to prove a point.
Yeah. Exactly.
So yeah, I love that. It's very important, especially for like Christians. It seems, or Catholics, or anybody that believes in God. It's just hard for us to
Yeah.
articulate our views sometimes.
I mean, sometimes in the comments, right, I'll just be scrolling and I'll see like someone post a reel like, "Oh, I'm pro-life because God loves everyone." And I'm like, "Okay, true, but why do they care?" Like that's not going to speak to them. They're just going to be like, "Ew, cringe," and keep scrolling. Like that's the only people that is appealing to is I feel like people bring arguments like that out of comfort, because it's like I have a majority Christian pro-life following. So if I post just like non-controversial stuff and I'm just like, "God loves you, God loves you, God loves you," they're gonna be like, "Yay." And it's like I'm just gonna make all of my followers happy, but I'm not going to change anyone's mind. I'm not gonna have a conversation with anyone. I'm just gonna stay in my comfort zone and in my comfort community, and that's not gonna do anything. So
When did you see like your following really start to grow?
when I started making reels, I mean, before, I would make just normal posts, and I had like, I don't know, like 3,000 followers, which isn't that's not bad. But then I started making reels. I started making reels with other people. I started making reels about like a bunch of different stuff, and the views, they just like
Skyrocketed.
eroded. Yeah, and it's just I went from like I think that a year and a half, well, just like a year ago actually, I had like 3,000, and now I have the number that I have. So it's like I definitely say that I just learned to grow with like what people expected of me, and I just adapted to what was working, and yeah, I don't know, just happened. It's weird.
I think a lot of people and women resonate with the pro-life feminist thing too, because if anybody is going to be about women, it's going to be the pro-lifer.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like,
Mm,
y'all cannot be feminists. Y'all don't care about the baby in the womb, bro. That's so crazy.
mm. And I mean, you can't even be feminist, even like taking the baby out of the equation, right? Because abortion is just something that exploits women. And it's like, even if you take the baby completely out, like, you can't even be a feminist and be pro abortion because it's like saying you're pro, like, people being happy and then being pro, like, suicide.
But the woman is hurting herself, you're saying, by
Yeah,
the
exactly.
abortion,
Like,
right?
you're encouraging that she's harming herself and destroying herself and making these like exploitative decisions. And that's not feminism at all because feminism is supposed to protect women. It's not supposed to exploit them to the big abortion industry that is only there for their money.
Mm. You know, the whole Planned Parenthood, pro abortion agenda,
Yeah.
that junk is diabolical. Like
Mhm.
when I tell people, I don't know, it's like, yo, common sense, a little Google research. I forget the woman's name, but let's see what do you think about this? Because I'm not like a
Yeah.
expert on this stuff, but I just see things. I'm like, nobody's disagreeing with it. The reason that Planned Parenthood started
Yeah, that
was
too.
like racist motives. It's like,
Yeah.
is anybody? I don't even hear people like rejecting it. So it's like, y'all know this is true.
They do, but it's like at this point, Planned Parenthood has so much stuff going against it. I mean, the racism, the medical negligence, the like exploiting victims. Like it's just they see all of this information go by and they do not care at all. And it's almost comedic how they'll bash people like Trump for like, and I don't like Trump, right? Like I very much dislike Trump, but I'll see them go against Trump and be like, "Oh yeah, he said this about like his wife or whatever." And then they'll be like, "Oh, Planned Parenthood sent a 14-year-old back to her rapist." Okay. That's an isolated scenario. Like they're so comfortable not caring and being selective with their outrage. It's like I don't know how they even look at themselves at this point.
So when it comes to Trump and Kamala, would you look at that like the lesser of two evils, I guess, like a lot of people did? Or would
Even if
you rather vote for Kamala?
no, no. Honestly, I don't think I would have voted at all because it's like, oh, the lesser of two evils. But when you think about it, is Trump the lesser of two evils? I mean, he's done like okay things, I guess. But end of the day, as Christians and as pro-lifers, if we denounce all of this stuff, except for when it comes to Trump, that makes us kind of hypocrites, doesn't it? So like, if making bad jokes about women and stuff is bad, then it should be bad for him too. If having several wives, like all of those sexual assault porn stuff going on about him, like if that's wrong for the average person, it's wrong for him too. It's like people tend to make exceptions for him morally, I feel like. And that really makes us lose a lot of credibility.
I agree. It's weird. It's just like team Republican, team Christian.
Mm,
I'm like, what about team truth? Team
mm,
right and wrong? Like it's funny to me. It's
mm.
like why would I view, every once in a while I get some, conservative people that's like, dude, Trump is not a great guy.
Yeah.
But I'm here for the policies. I was like, okay, you're not like a, a crazy person.
Yeah.
Thank you. Can we not say it? Can we please stop saying that? This dude is like, oh my gosh, he's so great. Like,
Yeah. He's
you
honestly
know,
like person wise or even like policy wise. I don't know all of his policies, but I know that like they definitely haven't all been that great. Like him saying that he would like protect like the abortion pill and stuff like that. Like it's I don't know. Definitely a bit of morally gray stuff in there.
that's that's true. He is not 100% enforcing or pushing the pro life
Yeah.
movement.
He used to, but
That I feel like that really helped him in, but
yeah,
now
it
it's
did.
like,
But,
you know,
mm. No, it did, but now the problem with that is that nobody wants him anymore, you know? He backstabbed the pro-lifers, he backstabbed the
hmm
conservatives, and the Democrats still don't want him. So now he got like no one.
Yeah. I feel like the people that voted for Biden because of how much they couldn't stand Trump,
Yeah.
there are a good camp of people that are voting for Trump just because they're like, no, we cannot take this vice president again.
Yeah.
We cannot deal with her again. So it probably didn't even have nothing to do too much with them just saying, oh my gosh, we love Trump.
Yeah.
We not letting this happen. I
Yeah, I
know
think
I got out there because I was like, bro, this inflation was crazy. So, but I don't know a whole lot about economics. So,
yeah, I
you
don't
know,
know.
it seems to be another thing of common sense to me that, maybe I'm uninformed,
Mm,
or when you do certain things to the body that it doesn't naturally do itself,
mm,
it's not going to be the best way to handle the situation.
yeah.
You know,
Mm,
the natural process of that the woman's body goes through to give birth. If you do something to stop that, or
yeah.
they think that oh no, this is just going to terminate the pregnancy. It's like
Mm,
y'all speak about this like a computer code.
yeah.
It's like
Mm,
that's as far as we want to take it. Like, what is it doing to the woman's body? And I saw a woman, she had a t-shirt on that said, I had 28 abortions. And I'm just like, why? Like, okay, if
She
I vote for
definitely
Trump, you said what?
she definitely did not have 28 abortions. I don't
Oh,
even
she
think that
can't.
I don't
She
even
probably
think
just.
yeah. Probably like they troll us all the time with stuff like that. But I don't even know if it's possible for a woman to like survive that many like intense surgeries. I mean,
Mm,
and you'd have to have an abortion like every month for like half a year, and that just feels like, are you doing it on purpose? Like,
mm,
how can you screw up 28 times consecutively and not learn how to like protect yourself? Like, it like even if she didn't care about the baby, she would at least do it for her wallet because America doesn't have universal health care. So I mean, I know she was paying for that. So it feels like
yeah.
such a troll.
She was like, I say somewhat of an older lady, but still like 28 times. Like, no, bro, no way. Like, I know they be trying to troll us, but like, bro,
Um,
I mean, talk about like a real demon that exists in real life.
yeah, crazy.
Oh my gosh. But I'm not even gonna say like I'm not gonna call people demons, but I'm just like, bro, if
Mm,
anybody got one,
yeah, no, I get.
bruh. But yeah, I don't know if you've seen all the stuff in the Bible where they used to like sacrifice babies to idols and
Yeah. Mm. They
like
bring it
I
up
feel
very
like yeah.
often.
You said what?
They bring it up very often. Like I could make a video having nothing to do with the Bible, and they'll just be like, "Okay, but God killed all of those babies in Egypt," and I'm like, "Who? Okay, who's bringing up religion here? You or me?" Because they'll see that we're Christian, and then they'll be like, "Okay, you don't support killing these babies, but you support killing those babies." So like I get what they're trying to do, but if you're gonna have like a serious discussion, bring up serious points, and if you're not, then stay off of my page. Like it's that simple. Talk about it on Discord or something. I don't know, but I'm not here for
Yeah.
all that.
We're trying to we're trying to further the conversation. Oh, but I was gonna ask you, like, you see, I heard somebody say like the people that go to the pro-life protests at Planned Parenthood, all that stuff, they're going up there and they don't care about the mothers at all. I had a disagreement,
Mm,
but if someone told you that, it's like they're just trying to, get their point across. They don't care anything about the mothers because they wouldn't go up there and protest like that. What would you say to that if they're like they're going up there to protest just trying to cause problems and give women stress?
mm. Depends what kind of protesting you're doing. I'm not gonna sit here and say that, all pro-lifers are like really great and all of them actually like women. I've definitely met some pro-lifers that are anti-abortion because because they think that pregnancy is a punishment for having sex, right? And they want to like
Wow.
they actually want to punish the woman for having sex. So they're like, you know what? No, you spread your legs. You have like this baby. Like it's your own problem. And they actually don't care about the baby or the woman. They're rare, getting rare, but when you see the ones that are like standing outside of Planned Parenthood and they're just like screaming and like calling women like murderers and whores and like all that, it's like if you're not going to help, leave, because they just have this image of us. So I mean, there is protesting that's good, like when you're being pro-life, you need to remember that most women, they get abortions out of fear, right? They don't do it because they're evil or because they, like not even because they hate their babies. It's just like genuinely like being pregnant is so terrifying in the wrong condition. There are some pro-lifers that offer resources and they talk gently and they go door to door and they're like good people about it, but the people like screaming about it and insulting them, like they don't realize that they're not doing this out of hate, right? They're genuinely just scared, and that's like a big flaw in the movement, I think.
Mm, yeah. Everything turns into a team. Like we're
Yeah,
team pro life instead of no, we actually care about life.
yeah,
So looking at everyone as human beings, if a woman is going to have an abortion,
yes,
I'm like, first thing I'm thinking I want to do is be as friendly to that woman as possible. Like,
yeah,
hey, how you doing? You want to go get something to eat? Like, what I'm saying? I'm just trying to be your friend.
yeah,
That way you can have more trust for me and just one person at a time, you know what I mean? So I just try to get to know people, get cool with people. If they start saying, yeah, Trump is dumb. He's trying to keep us from having our access to healthcare. I'm like, really? What you think about that? I'm curious. I want to hear this. Like I really want to hear their perspective. And I'm not trying to do any gotchas. It's like, no, I just really want to hear you.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hear you. I'm not agreeing with you. What do you think the best way, like, because you can't really have maybe as many conversations, publicly as you would like to, but what do you think the best way to like approach somebody?
I think that they need, like, especially pregnant women, right? They need to understand that we're not there to like, trap them or force them into a corner or anything. We actually want to help them. I guess that the first thing that I would ask is like, what do you need? Like, just like offering her food or like asking her if she needs anything or like asking her a little bit like, why are you doing this? What happened? Again, like people pro-lifers, like I love my community, but we can be so deaf tone to how terrified these people really are. I went through like something, not the same thing, like I wasn't, but I got a glimpse of the feeling and it was like
Mm,
terrifying. So like I could never just go up to someone and be like, "Hey, you're a piece of like crap," cuz they're so scared and they want help. Women don't want abortions. They think that they need it. Right? They're like, I can't be a mom, so I need it. I don't want it, but I need it. And as pro-lifers, we need to show them that they don't need it because like we can help them. We have resources to help them. And if we show them that they don't need it, I think that not a lot of them are actually going to choose it, right? They most of them just choose it because they feel trapped. But if you let them a little bit of a light and you just show them like a little way out, so many of them will make a different decision.
it's so strange how people communicate.
Yeah.
You got to be able to reach people on a different level because
Yeah.
like I've been in church and everything, and people say this is the pattern. You go through, training or, to become a leader or just a member or whatever. Like you have a question. And I notice like certain people have questions, and then the leader, people teaching the class, oh, well, this is the way that we do things. We say this and we say this. It's like, bro, that's not for everybody. At some point, you got to have some discernment and understand the people you're talking to. You got to get away from those patterns sometimes.
Yeah. Now, I'm not saying you should like sin purposely just to be able to like relate with people, but I mean,
Sin. Not just playing. Yeah. Sorry.
I know that those people pretending to be perfect aren't actually perfect, right? But they're never going to reach anyone doing what they're doing. Random 9 p.m. thoughts over here.
No, no, I feel you. It's 9 p.m. Why is it daylight outside?
Well,
You been lying to me this whole time?
it's summer, so it'll go down in about an hour.
That's how it works in France?
Yeah, what? You guys get the sunset at
Yo,
like 5 p.m. or something?
7 p.m. daylight savings, 8 p.m. when the hours change. I forget which is which, but yeah, 8 p.m. It's dark for everybody. I
Really?
mean, and over here.
Oh, it's opposite here. I think that they added us an extra hour of daylight or something. I don't know. I don't keep up. I just know that it's light outside. That's all I know. I don't know much, but
That's
I know that.
that's wild. It's a whole different life over there. That's crazy. Like a parallel universe, honestly.
Yeah, but
Being
that's
dumb. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. As always, on your way out, please like the video, subscribe if you're feeling it, hit the bell notification, get notified every time we go live. We go live every Tuesday, 7 p.m. And if you want to check out Pro Life Frenchie, you can click any links in the descriptions. And we out of here. God bless you guys.